What's up, people? This is Big Boss Cal from 83. I want to show you something that made me sick to my stomach. Okay? I want to. You see Lena Dunham? You see Lena Dunham? And this female right here, that's the mother of Aurora Perrineau. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm going to do is play this clip, and I'm going to show you something that I noticed. Okay?
She's bringing a guest as well.
I'm standing here with my dear friend Brittany Perrineau. I admire Brittany. I love her. I laugh with her. But this relationship was unexpected and unforeseen because a year ago, last November, when Brittany's beautiful daughter Aurora accused a friend of mine of sexual assault, I denied her experience publicly. That will always be my greatest regret, but with Brittany and Aurora's love, forgiveness, and bravery, it's become my greatest moment of evolution and education. I learned to listen. I learned the ways in which my own heart and mind had been colonized by patriarchy and the ways my own ignorance operated, even as a survivor.
Isn't it amazing how women like no. Bitches like Lena Dunham take no responsibility for anything they do. They'll just blame the man. You see where our sisters got this type of mindset from that white female. I keep telling y'all, quote unquote, that white female. And this is why you should never follow a group of people who have low IQs, like those Caucasians. Okay, they're not smart. And to you Negropeans who like to say I'm not educated or nothing like that. I don't really care what you say. It's funny how you want to say I'm uneducated, but I got receipts based on the knowledge that I drop and show y'all every day, well, on a daily basis. Even if I don't post often, I'm sharing the information some way somehow, and I know how to break it down. None of you Negropeans, none of you Caucasian supremacists, none of you colonized minded, self hating, other ethnic people of color who want to be like Caucasians, who are on team white supremacy, want to be white supremacists, and call yourselves quote unquote honorary whites, and your handkerchief head Negro peeing coons, you swirling Negro bed bucks and Negro bed wenches, y'all need to be quiet. I'm saying that nicely. No, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Now, if you hear anything in the background, I'm in my room. I'm just relaxing. And, that Negropean mindset is so toxic in our community. I deal with Negropeans everywhere I go, and it's frustrating. But anyway, Lena Dunham is full of it. Okay? She got on code defending the rapist Maury Miller. That is not a, that was a brutal rape in the police report of Aurora Perrineau. Okay, but let me play the video.
Of multiple sexual assaults.
Ain't nobody Lena done me lying. I don't believe you either. You say women lie, so obviously you're talking about yourself. Because where are your receipts? Where are your evidence? How come these dudes, these Jews, these Caucasian Jews, these so-called these Caucasians who call themselves Jews and these other Caucasian males, how come they're not doing no time in jail? How come you're not pushing the envelope, but you push the envelope for Cosby, who didn't do anything but commit adultery? But Camille Cosby, that's her issue, and y'all told Camille Cosby that she needs to leave, but y'all don't tell these other quote unquote white females that they gotta, like, y'all don't call out Hillary Clinton when Bill Clinton cheated on his wife multiple times, when he was the president, and he's still doing it to this day. All these other quote unquote white males cheat on their wives, even if their quote unquote wife is not considered, is not white, is non-white. Y'all still give her a pat. You still give them a pass. You give the Caucasian male a pass, but y'all don't tell other quote unquote white females, Asian females, Latinas, and even other black women who are swirling with Caucasian males to leave their white male husband, boyfriend, what have you. You don't say that. You don't tell other quote unquote white females to leave their quote unquote white male husbands, boyfriends, significant others, what have you. So I find that hypocritical. You know, I forgot. But I mean, let me just say it like this: Lena Dunham got on code defending a Jew because she's Jewish too. That's all that is. She put her race first. Jewish. The whole thing. The whole thing about Jews is Jewish. The whole concept. I don't know how to explain it in words. A Jew is not a race. Jews are not. Is not considered a racial group. It's a religion. And these Caucasians claim to be, these Caucasians who call themselves Jews are not Jews, original Jews. You know what I'm saying? She defended this Caucasian female who claims to be Jewish, defended another Caucasian male, and she got on code. And I want to show you what the mother is doing right there. Aurora's mother is doing.
Brittany taught me that at 32 years old, it's time to embrace the real shit and put my big girl pants on. And through it all, she remained a model of compassion and strength, fighting for her child the way we should all be fighting for each other in this business and beyond. And so I want to publicly thank her and say to my friend Aurora, we are here for you and we hear you.
What do you mean your friend Aurora? You threw her underneath the bus. You called her a liar, and it was blatantly obvious. It was blatantly obvious that your male friend Maury Miller raped Aurora. How come he's not in jail? How come he's not being underneath the jail? And you know what? How come he's not? How come there's no street justice? How come he's not getting? How come he's not getting his ass beat? How come he's not in a body bag? How come he's not missing or found burnt alive in a river somewhere? How come he's still alive? How come he's not doing no jail time? But you push for Cosby, you push for Jamie Foxx to do jail time, Anthony Anderson, other black men in Hollywood or in just the spotlight, or athletes who are accused. Then to come to find out that these women were lying. Most of them were. You didn't call them liars. I noticed that. You can miss me with your selective outrage. Come to find out, when these women lied, you didn't hold them accountable. You didn't put none of these Caucasian females on blast. I find that interesting. Even with the whole thing with the Brett Kavanaugh scandal, many of those women admitted to lying. Lena Dunham, you said it was 2%. No, it's more than 2%. When it comes to Caucasian females, mainly, it's damn near 90%. But see, they're gonna hide, they're gonna suppress and hide and sweep that information underneath the rug. Lena Dunham, you have yet to hold Donald Trump accountable, Harvey Weinstein accountable, Les Moonves accountable, Kevin Spacey, Jeffrey Epstein. You have never called these guys out. Why? How come they're not in jail? How come they're not banned from the industry? How come they didn't lose anything? Oh, I forgot white privilege. Oh, I forgot. It's the quote unquote white female being loyal and protecting and coddling her white male counterparts. It's the quote unquote white female being loyal to her white male. Is that white female coddling and protecting and aiding and abetting her white Ray Ray and Pookie, that terrorist, that Nazi? You know what I'm saying? Is that quote unquote white female defending her man? Is that white female defending her? No, no, no. Let me say it like this again. It's her white. It's the white female defending her white male. Quote unquote. It's the white female standing by her white male. Let me tell y'all something. They get on code. Roy Moore. How come you didn't call out Roy Moore? How come you didn't speak out against that, Lena Dunham? Females like Lena Dunham, you didn't say nothing about Trump. You didn't. I mean, my thing is, you should be demanding aggressively that he be impeached and be in jail, and in prison, for all the stuff he's done. Roy Moore. And you didn't say nothing about Brock Turner. This upper class, upper middle class. Oh, I'll say upper class, um, college, frat, quote unquote white male who raped an unconscious woman, but you were silent when he got less than 30 days of jail. The longest sentence he had was 6 months. But you were silent on that. You are also silent when black women who are like Shaquisa Clemens get body slammed and sexually assaulted and raped on the spot and have her clothes ripped off. You're silent about these Caucasian females calling the cops on black people for existing and lying on them, making false police reports and lying on saying a black man did something when it didn't happen. You're silent about that. You're silent. You're silent when black people are getting murdered by the cops. Your silence. You claim to be a feminist for women's issues and women's rights, but you're not defending Nia Wilson and demanding that her killer to be in prison and get the electric chair. You're silent about that. You're silent about Caroline Bryant Dunham, who lied on Emmett Till and got him lynched, brutally murdered, inhumanely lynched and castrated, and she's still alive, and there's no consequences, no punishment. So she full of it. No, she got on code. None of these Caucasian males have served a day in court. None of them have been. None of them have been underneath the jail. But you're okay with Cosby being punished for something he didn't do. You're okay with other black men losing their livelihoods, their lives and freedoms and shit, businesses. They're having their families destroyed due to lies. You prove my point.
And the other women who share your experience. As we grow into our best selves, we must occupy those scary spaces that lead us to greatness. You are bravely sitting in that space. You heard us. What you said was hurtful, denying survivors like you, me, and Aurora, and millions of others. But it also showed how we are trained to blindly support perpetrators of terror because they have to be right? Please know that we feel your love and we receive your heartfelt apology. We could not. But it also showed how we are trained to blindly support perpetrators of terror because they have to be right?
Okay, first of all, no, you are willingly supporting perpetrators. And shame on you, Aurora's mother. Shame on you, Brittany. I'm surprised you didn't beat the crap out of her. I'm surprised you didn't put her on blast. I'm surprised you're letting Maury Miller just walk. I've told y'all. She'll see just because Aurora has a quote unquote white mother, that and just because she's married to a black man and has a black child, I told you she's on team white supremacy. She's on quote unquote team white supremacy. She got on code. Okay? These Caucasian females are willingly supporting the system because it benefits them. They got white privilege, white female privilege, Everything's in their favor. They are considered the most beautiful women in the world, which is a goddamn lie. But see, they control the narrative and they support their male counterparts because they're getting all those perks. Okay, they're not going to throw their own men. No. Let me say this: these Caucasian females are not going to throw their own males underneath the bus. Their daddies, their granddaddies, their uncles, their sons, especially their sons, their nephews, their fellow male friends. They're not going to throw them underneath the bus to benefit us as black people. Pay attention, black women. They're not. She's not on your side. Just because she got TNA and got a quote unquote menstrual cycle and go through menopause and later in life, that don't mean she's down for you. You don't see men, quote unquote black men, standing with quote unquote white males, even if they agree with the MRAs, men's rights, and they're for men's rights, and some of them are on that men going their own way, support that men going their own way movement, which I disagree with him too. But at the same time, I say in our defense as black men who are woke about the female politics, gender politics, gynocentrism, and female privilege, we understand actually female privilege it should be just called white female privilege. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we must acknowledge that there's a mammy privilege with black women, but that's due to hurt us. That's the agenda of quote unquote white supremacy. Okay, Aurora's mother, Brittany. Oh my God, she's getting on code. So obviously she got that inherent racism in her. Just because she's married to a quote unquote black man and has a black child, that does not make her less racist or non-racist. I told you about a lot of you quote unquote black men who want to swirl with Becky. You bedbug clowns, you bedbugs. Same with you quote unquote black women who want to swirl with quote unquote white males. Y'all want to be a bed wench to Caucasian males, and they all and to any Negro who want to swirl with Brad and Becky. That's not going to help your situation as a black person. They still got white privilege. They can still do things that you can't and you're not allowed to do. And they will always benefit they will always benefit, racist or not, from your oppression. They will benefit from your pain and suffering. Okay? They will always maintain the system of racism because they care about more so about white privilege, Caucasian supremacy, and quote unquote white dominance. Especially these quote unquote white females, they care about that white male dominance because they got white female dominance. White female dominance. It's called gynocentrism. It's called feminism. Wake up. Okay.
Please know that we feel your love and we receive your heartfelt apology. We could not be more proud. We could not be more proud of the empowered inspiration that Aurora is to me, her sisters, and girls and women around the world. And again, I'd just like to go off script for 1 second and say that I think that forgiveness is a powerful thing. And I think that we need to redirect our anger at the perpetrators of these heinous assaults.
Okay, here's the thing. For the mother to accept Lena Dunham's apology and Maury Miller's apology, that's what she's actually. When the fact of the matter is, since she is still cool with Lena Dunham and still friends with Lena Dunham, even though she called her own daughter, a liar and slammed her. You know what I'm saying? And her mother claims to be a quote unquote survivor, rape victim. Okay, okay. I'm not believing that either. Since they say women lie, they're a walking contradiction, especially those Caucasian females. You see how Brittany Perrineau, however you call it, Brittany Perrineau, got on code with Lena Dunham, even though and y'all could say, well, she's Jewish, she's not white. No, no, she's Caucasian. Just look at the pale skin. The so-called Jew is Caucasian. Okay, just look at the features. Okay, they cannot. I mean, if you put them in hot in 100 degrees, that shining hot sun will burn them alive. Okay, the original Jews are melanated people, black people. Okay, I'm talking about that African, got them African features, Negroid features, the hair and everything, and they can hold their own and not get skin cancer like that. Okay, I'm talking about when, especially when there are when they don't got that much European DNA in them. You know what I'm saying? Due to the colonization and rape and pillage. I mean, the fact of the matter is, Brittany Perrineau got on code, got on that quote unquote white supremacy code. She don't even care about her daughter like that. I mean, what mother would? I mean, if someone, if I mean, how can you be friends with somebody who call if something? Let's say something happens to your child, and one of your so-called friends calls them a liar, even though that, and then the thing is, even though there's so much proof and evidence that something happened to your child, and they're being rude and dismissive and call them a liar and protecting the perpetrator, and you're still cool with them, there's something wrong with that picture. I can be friends with that, because my thing, if you something that somebody did something to my child, let's say this person, somebody did something to my child, and this person's friends with them and friends with me, but they take their side, I'm gonna beat the crap out of them and murder them and basically kill them and not fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, she obviously just does not respect her black husband and does not love her black child, her black daughter. Yes, even though she's mixed, okay, but she's the one drop rule when it comes to the system of quote unquote white supremacy. Okay, I told you, just because you swirl with other ethnicities, they still see you as a nigger, even if they are married to you and they have your children. You have children from this non-black person, particularly a Caucasian person. Just because you swirl with a Caucasian person, get in an intimate relationship, date them, marry them, have kids and a family with them, that does not make them non-racist, because they still got that mindset. They're still racist inherently, and the system allows them to be racist, and they're going to get on code and defend quote unquote white dominance, quote unquote white supremacy, and protect their white privilege and use their white privilege against you. They still see you as a nigger. Wake up, my people. Do not swirl with your enemy. Do not love your enemy. Do not forgive your enemy. Do those I'll ask you a question before I go. Do these Jews forgive the Germans for the Holocaust, the so-called Holocaust? Hell, does America forgive Japan for what they did to Pearl Harbor? Even though that was Americans that was an inside job by America. Okay, those who bombed Pearl Harbor were American. Even if they were Asian, they're Asian American. They're actually paid by the government, work for the government. Same with what was that? As, that Bin Laden dude from I think from the Middle East, Osama bin Laden. I don't know how to say his first name, but this Bin Laden dude, he worked for our government. When 9/11 happened, nobody you don't see no Middle Easterners, you don't see no Arab person from Afghanistan, Iraq tell America get over 9/11. When excuse me, when 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 you had the Alamo, Mexico, war with the United States way back then, back in the 1900s through the 30s. Okay, it happened around that time period, 1940s. You know what I'm saying? It happened around that time period with with the World War One and Two. Okay, America ain't gonna forget that. They're not gonna forget the war with Korea. They're gonna talk about how the American soldiers got murdered and stuff. But these are the same American soldiers killed all those innocent Koreans. in their land. Okay? But Americans want to cry about themselves and their so-called hurt, but they want to be dismissive of everybody else's hurt, especially when it comes to black people worldwide in America. So I just wanted to play this for you, and it proves my point. Just because you get with a quote unquote white person and have children from them and get married to them and have that family, that does not make them non-racist. Just because you swirl and just because they sleep with you and they want to be and you have a relation and you're married to them and have children from them, mixed kids, mixed children, that does not make that quote unquote white person non-racist and against white supremacy. They're gonna get on code and be on that team white supremacy and defend it. Wake up, my people. Don't do not swirl with the enemies. Stop being a bed buck. Let me add this. Aurora, do not forgive neither Maury Miller, the person who raped you, the dude who raped you, the punk. Do not forgive Lena Dunham, who was dismissive of you and called you a liar. Her racism showed towards you that time, that day, and the fact that your own mother sides with Lena Dunham is still cool with her. It just shows that to us as a people that um, people get on Caucasians get on code. Every other ethnic group get on code. And Aurora, do not forgive Lena Dunham, and do not let your mother. And I hope your father got pride. He probably doesn't have any black pride. Probably doesn't have any black pride. He's probably a coon. Do not forgive and forget what happened to you. Okay? Do not forgive. My people, stop forgiving. All right? Because we have a common enemy. Even if you are considered mixed, a mulatto, you're still a Negro in the eyes of Caucasians and other non-blacks. Same with you Blasians. You know what I'm saying? Those who, those who, even if a black person doesn't have children from a Caucasian person, but they're with another non-white person. Guess what? You're still a Negro. Okay, look at what happened to Tiger Woods. Okay, with that combination, dude, you're still a black man. Aurora is a black woman in the eyes of this establishment. So do not forgive. My people, do not forgive. Stop forgiving your enemies and start retaliating and defending yourself and take out your enemies. I'll let y'all use your imagination of what I'm trying to tell y'all and show y'all. Peace.